Black men deserve to grow old as well. You know, we've normalized dysfunction so much that when I was young, we I didn't believe that I was going to live to be 20, 21. Some people said that they didn't live till they was going to be 25. You know, black men deserve to grow old. In our communities where we come from, man, you can have a good black man with a family, everything. When he kisses his wife or wakes his children up for school, or if he just has to go out for work early, there's no guarantee if he's going to come back home, because you might have some other dude out there desperate in a state of desperation and may approach that man and harm him. He may never make it back home. You know, black men deserve to grow old. You know, a lot of young men never make it or get a chance to become grown men. They die in their younger years. And we normalize this. It happens every day in black America, across America. I mean, why can't we have the idea and the consciousness of black men growing old? Why do we got to have in our head that it's a possibility that we just may die? And it's just normalized. Now, do black men grow old? Absolutely. There's a lot of black men that grow old, but that's not what's publicized. That's not what's normalized in the black community. A person like me, I've been to about 40 funerals since I was about 16 years old. And 90% of them were black people, black men, young black men. None of them, probably 10% of them was old black men. We die on multiple levels. We die from murder. We die from suicide. We die from debilitating diseases. But I'm asking, why can't black men grow old? When we gonna start this? Start this as a thing. Let black men grow old. When we gonna normalize just getting older and getting to a point where we understand legacy, sacrifice, commitment. We want to be there to see our children graduate from school. We want to be there to walk our daughters down the aisle when she getting married. We want to be there to watch our sons grow from the womb up into manhood. We want to have gray in our hair and gray in our beard because it represents life experiences and wisdom. When are we going to get to that point? When we start thinking that way. Not behind a wall on the block with the hot lock with a I wish an N-word would mentality. And you out there putting in work until finally somebody zero in on you and put in work on you. Now you in the coffin. And your son and your daughter has to come to your funeral and watch you lay there with a permanent pose. And now you put that stigma on your son's mind as well now. Because it's a generational curse that just go on and 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 on. Why can't black men grow old? I'm starting to get little grays here and there and all kinds of stuff. But I just told my wife yesterday, and it was sparked this video. I said, babe, we raised children into adulthood. And I looked and said, wow. Because I remember when I was 16 years old, I didn't think that I was going to live to be 20, 21 because it was so much death around me. I just thought that was just like my father was there, but my peers when I went outside, that was just the thing that was happening. So I wasn't living for tomorrow. I was living for that day. And too many of us are living for that day. We overlooking our tomorrows. We're not thinking about 10 years down the line. We're not thinking about when we do put a baby in a woman. We're not thinking about the life of that child. We're thinking about us in the right now that we're in. And how can you grow old as a young man when you're not thinking about tomorrow? You're only thinking about the now. You have no consciousness or no dream about tomorrow, about what you're going to do. You have no preparation for tomorrow. Why can't black men grow old? Why do we normalize death? Why do we normalize black men dying young? We put it in our music. We put it in our poems. We carry it around every day. Black mothers can't go to sleep at night. When the phone rings at 11 o'clock at night, our heart is racing. When the news come on, she stops what she's doing and she looks up with a thought that might be her child. Because we've normalized death amongst young black men. Why can't black men grow old? How do we change this mindset? How do we get black men to believe that you are not your circumstances, you are greater than what they said you were? How do we get them to change the way that they speak? So that way they can change the way that they see themselves. And when they change the way that they see themselves, they can change their outcomes. And when they change their outcomes, you change the generational curse that's been hoarding over our community for generations. When your son gets a certain age and you send him outside to go to school or to go to the store, there's no guarantee that he's going to come back, because there's another young black man that doesn't see himself as growing old. So why should he see your son as growing old? Huh? We have no love for each other from the top to the bottom. No love for each other. When is it going to change? And the ones that do, the sad part in our communities, the ones that do have love for each other, they're still in danger by the ones that don't. Because just because they have love for each other, they might have some form of success, they're not void of this trauma because they come from the same places that we come from. So we have to work together to change this whole trajectory of young black men. To change the thought process of young black men. Why can't black men grow old? It must first start up here in the mind. You must first have a thought process of growing old. As a parent, listen to the way your children talk. That's a reflection of you. Listen to the music that they listen to. Look at how they dress. Look at every aspect of their life and the communities that you are raising your children in. What are they getting a steady diet of every day? And that right there tell you what the problem is. That right there tell you what the problem is. What we do over here, we talk real talk. You live in Philadelphia, as I do, Chicago, Milwaukee, Houston, LA, New York City, Newark, New Jersey, so many cities across America. What is the expectations of a young black boy? How high is his bar set? Who's raising the young black boys to think about his tomorrows and don't overlook his tomorrows? Or are you positioning him and conditioning him to live in his nows? Because if he's living in his nows, he's living in desperation. And he's going to operate in desperation. And when a young black boy operates in desperation, everything and everybody around him becomes his prey. He will be destructive to anything that he touches until he matures enough to start thinking about his tomorrows and start thinking about his progeny and legacy, sacrifice and commitment. Until he gets to that stage, you better watch out. So I implore black people to start setting up provisions and building for young black men and girls. But this video right here is for young black men, young black boys. Why can't black men grow old? I'm going to cut it short here. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what we can do to prepare young black men to grow old. Everybody in my comment section, let me know what we can do to prepare to let black men grow old. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.